So let's go into your reading, Leos. The first thing deals with your finances and your public image, okay? And both of these are very, very positive card. So the first thing here is the Three of Pentacles as well as the Sun. The Three of Pentacles indicates a collaborative type of an environment where you are going to have to work and share ideas, bounce ideas off of, and expand your ideas with another person or a group of people. So these are people that you are working in close proximity with in order to build something of value together. So it's not really an individual effort, it's more of a joint effort involving, ideas exchange, building upon tweaking, altering, and ultimately coming up with the best practices or the best solution. The Sun indicates a lot of success that's going to be coming through for you guys generally in the work environment as it pertains to collaborations with other people, okay? The Sun is also a card about the ego. The Three of Pentacles is a card about compromise and collaboration. So both of these things can sometimes be at odds with one another. And you are also the sign of Leo. You're ruled by the Sun, and the Sun indicates, the ego, the id. So it's really, really important to know what you're trying. What's the end goal here? Like really think about that, okay? And really think about like what do you need to curb? Do you need to curb your ego in order to work in this environment, or do you need to let your ego shine in order to, for other people, in order to like take on the role of the leader in this environment? So I feel like coming into, like having a strong sense of self, knowing where you stand in relation to other people, and knowing whether or not, you're meant to be working in a capacity where you're collaborating with other people or you're meant to lead them, knowing where you stand in relations to others. That's going to be really important for this month. And I do feel a lot of success overall for those of you who are business owners or who are trying to get a higher position, or even trying to expand your businesses or expand your craft, or even to collaborate with other people to do some type of training seminar or some type of teaching. These are very good combinations to have, okay? So the next cluster here is the Strength card and the Judgment card. Both of these are major arcanas, and they're going to signify some major turning points, major events that are coming through in your life, okay? So I'm going to say this, and this is something I was picking up earlier too. I feel that for a lot of you, you need to like really push ahead and to implement some type of drastic change in your own life. You might realize that, things cannot continue as they have in the past, mainly because it's not giving you the outcome that you're looking for. And I feel that there is some sense of a higher wisdom coming through that is going to allow you to see a situation for what it really is, and for you to realize that this is not a situation that is good for me, for my mental well-being, for my mental health in the long run. So I'm going to have to work up the courage in order to push through and push forward with changes myself, okay? Now, the Strength card, I usually see it as a card that deals with like two very different people, two different entities coming together. There is a lot of love, there is a lot of attraction, there is also a lot of lust involved with this card. And it also denotes to me two people that cannot see eye to eye with one another, but they do care about one another. It's a card about power, manipulation, and in its negative manifestation, it can also deal with seduction. So I feel like a lot of you might be taken in by another person that is very seductive, that you are really emotionally moved by, okay? And I feel that the relationship might have been very tumultuous, okay? And I also feel that there might be children, there might be family associated with this. And I do sense that this is the month in which this major relationship is being brought up for re-examination via the Judgment card, where everyone comes together and has to decide what's the best outcome here, what are we trying to achieve, and what do we need to do to move forward, either as a couple, as a unit, or even individually. So there are going to be a lot of talks, a lot of discussions about some sort of a commitment. And I definitely feel that some groundwork, I see you coming together with others, and laying down some type of ground rules in order to get this relationship to work, okay? Laying down the ground rules as to, what are what are the mutual expectations, and what do both people need to do in order to uphold their end of the bargain. So I feel like it's a major bargaining process happening between you and a very significant person that you might not work well together with, and now everything is coming to light, and you're going to have to decide, how do we move from this, and what are our options? Like, how do we both do this so that it's fair, so that it's manageable for both parties? What's coming in terms of your finances? We do have the Five of Pentacles and the Two of Swords. And let's talk about the Two of Swords first, because this energy came in first. The Two of Swords indicates a decision, a point of stalemate, indecisiveness, as well as hitting a crossroad in, in the long road of life and not knowing where to turn. So on the one hand, you can see she is blindfolded. She's got her swords covered her chest, which is somebody who is very emotionally and even mentally very protective, okay? They've got their sword up, they've got their walls up, and they're keeping people at arm's length. On the other hand, their intuition is giving them all the information that they already know, so there's a lot of confirmation here. Intuition is going to be very strong for you guys, for Leos this month, and trust your intuition. I feel like you're at a major crossroad when it comes to a relationship. And I do feel it is a karmic, significant relationship here with the Five of Pentacles. The Five of Pentacles usually indicates like, either could be like on a soul level, very karmic, in which you care about the other person. No matter what they do, you always take them back. You always forgive them. The Five of Pentacles is the couple that's cast out in the cold, but no matter what, they still got each other. And it's kind of like that ultimate, to death do us part through thick and thin. And it's two people that's willing to go through hell and back for one another. So there is a very strong karmic cord of attachment here. And this mentality about to death do us part, it's for some people it's very honorable. For other people it can be construed as being toxic. So depending on which side of the coin you're on, I feel like this is erring on the toxic side. So just be very careful about this. And I also feel like you might have finances. For others of you, if it's a karmic relationship and the love is not there anymore, I definitely feel you might have joint assets, financial considerations that are linking you up together. Therefore, it's really difficult for you to extract yourself. So I feel like some major decision you're ruminating over or mulling over, a major decision as it pertains to property and a significant relationship partner, and you're trying to decide on how to go forward and which way to move forward with, okay? I feel that what they're telling you here is that a lot of you are going to decide to move on here with the Six of Swords. The Six of Swords is moving from a place of difficulty into an environment that is safer, that is more calm, more serene, and it's it jives better with your energy. So overcoming a lot of hardships in order to go to a place that is more conducive for growth and for future progression. And I feel that a lot of you, if it's one of the emotional kind, when you have an emotional tie with another person, then I feel that you're going to be able to extract yourself and to move forward physically and also mentally and emotionally. For others of you who are linked up together via property, via some type of financial arrangement, I feel that the financial arrangement, unfortunately, is going to get in your way, blocking your progress in this move. So depending on which side of the coin you're on, once again, I do feel some major decisions are being made, and finances are going to be like one of the main mitigating factor that's preventing you from moving forward, okay? So I feel that happening as well. For others, I see some type of transition when it comes to the work environment. possibly taking a job situation that is a little bit further from your geographical location and moving forward with a job that's going to pay you handsomely and moving forward in a way that's going to allow you to rebuild your financial foundation and your financial base. Okay. And honestly, I feel like a lot of you, this whole transition process that's happening for you, I don't feel that you're doing it gladly. I feel that you might be doing it begrudgingly. And along this process, there is an earth sign. This is a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, male or female, that is going to be able to provide either the financial assistance in order for you to do that, or they're going to somehow facilitate or streamline the process that will allow you to extract yourself and to be financially independent in order to do that, okay? So I feel like some type of assistance coming in potentially from an earth sign that is going to facilitate this process for you. For others of you, I do see a voyage coming through, and you might be traveling with another person. You might be traveling with an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, in order to attend a seminar, in order to start a job. You might come across this person in a new work environment as well. So I do feel there is a great room for potential and change coming into your future, okay? So in terms of your advice, we have here the Ten of Wands, and usually when I look at the Ten of Wands, it's traditionally like a lot of responsibilities on our plate, a lot of things that we need to take care of on the practical end. So there is a smart way to do this, and also the hard way. So you can choose accordingly. And what I feel is, this is not a month for you to be alone. This is not a month for you to like say that I think my way or the highway, or I feel like my plans are the best, so I'm going to try to implement them. It's not the month for you to do that, okay? So going back to what I mentioned earlier, it's about, independence and collaboration. And I do sense that working with other people and taking to heart what other people are trying to help you with and taking to heart their advice, it's going to bode well for you, and it's really going to facilitate the process so that you can unburden yourself of these worries, of these restrictions, and to be able to move forward in a manner that's not so like cumbersome. So I do feel there is an easier way to do things this month, and you're going to have to be creative, think outside the box, collaborate, and welcome the exchange of knowledge and information that will take you to this point, okay? So I feel like admitting that we might not know the answers, admitting that we need to go back and do some preliminary review, admitting that there are some things that we might not have all the information about, so then we need to go back to the drawing board, go back and redo something in order to get the outcome that we want. I feel like that's coming through for you, but at the same time, it's basically telling you, for those of you who are hesitant about starting some major change on your own, mainly because you don't feel that you have all the tools, you don't feel that you have all the skills, and you don't feel that, you might be lacking in the self-confidence to make it a success, is basically telling you with this Magician card that you have all the tools at your disposal. You're very skilled, you're very capable. You might have been pushing forward with the wrong things in the past in the wrong manner, and it didn't pan out. So take that, whatever happened in the past, as a life lesson, and to move forward by carving out doing the additional research, laying down the groundwork for yourself to make sure this time around it's going to be successful. And I do feel then the success card following this, the 3 advice cards, indicates to me success is imminent. Success is going to come in, and whatever ideas, whatever projects you've been trying to get off the ground, I do feel that it's saying that push forward. There might be a situation sometime this month for you where you have to go back to the drawing board to redo something. And Mercury in retrograde is also a very, very good time to go back and to review and make necessary changes. So I feel like that's what's happening here. You might encounter some problems that someone might bring to your attention, and then you might have to go back and fix it, and as a result of it, the project continues forward and it becomes a major, major hit, major success, okay? So don't give up. There's going to be a lot of abundance, I feel, coming through for you guys. It seems to me like it's a busy month. There's a lot of things happening. There's a lot of new things that are trying to start, and old things that you're still thinking about. And when it comes to those old things, you're not really cutting them out of your life. I don't feel that yet. but I feel that you're seriously thinking about it. But I feel like you're starting other things while the old things are still hanging on by, like a loose thread, which is not something that I recommend. So if that sounds familiar to you, end the old previous things before you start the new, because I feel like you're scattering your energy a little bit, okay? So you're pushing forward with a lot on your plate, and just do things in a smart manner. So that means closing some doors before you open up new ones, okay?